2024 Chemistry Higher Paper, question 2. So we've got a nice straightforward equation to balance here, just one space to fill in, so we've got to look at our numbers of hydrochloric acid molecules. Hopefully it's really straightforward. We can see we've got 2 chlorine atoms in our barium chloride, so we're going to need to have 2 chlorines here, so a nice big 2 in front of that. Slightly more tricky then, what would you see during this reaction? So if we have a look at the information given to us at the top here, it says barium hydroxide reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid to form barium chloride solution and water. So notice that you've gone from a solid to an aqueous solution. So it's going to be a clear liquid here, a colourless liquid, probably if we know our colours. And your mark is going to be nice and simple for saying that barium hydroxide disappears or gets smaller. So nice and easy there, or you could say the solid disappears or gets smaller. We've then got our method given to us for investigating how the barium hydroxide changes the pH of the hydrochloric acid as it's added. This is very similar to a core practical that we did. So the first question is to name a piece of equipment that could be used to measure the pH of a substance more accurately than universal indicator paper. And so we should be saying a pH meter or a pH probe. Nothing else would be allowed on that one. Explain why in step 3 the mixture was stirred after adding the barium hydroxide. So 2 marks here. Mark number 1, to ensure the mixture is evenly spread. Another way of saying mixing, so you could have had to mix the reactants. And then your second mark was for saying to make the substances react or dissolve, or to speed up the reaction dissolving. Then we've got a set of data, very similar to what you did in your core practical, and we had to use that data to plot a graph of your results. So it's quite a nice straightforward graph to do. I'm not going to waste time on the video plotting all of those points for you, other than to say that you should have a line of best fit, and it should be a curved line of best fit. Okay, you shouldn't be doing join the dots. So in fact, let's very quickly just do this. So have and then at 4 spatulas it's 3, and at 5 spatulas we're on 8, 6 spatulas we're on 12, 7 we're on 13, and 8 we're on 13, and then our line of best fit should be, it's a risk doing this in pen, isn't it? Something like that. Okay, notice there's no straight lines with a ruler joining up pieces here. Okay, then we had to use the graph to find the pH of the mixture when 4.5 spatula measures of barium hydroxide were added. So here I would be getting my ruler out, and I would be using my ruler and making a note on here, so drawing up from 4.5 up to my line, and then extrapolating across here, trying to work out my reading. So on this one, this looks like it is somewhere between 5.1 and 5.2. So I probably would say 5.2 or 5.15 would get them a mark there. You would get this mark if you are within 0.5 small squares of the correct answer based on your line. So it does depend on what your line is, what answer you get, but it should be around about that. And that is all of question 2.